right, look like Detroit Pistons have a new target for their president of basketball operation. I don't know why I got so much problem saying that. Tim Connelly, the Minnesota Timberwolves, after they was denied to talk to Tim Horst. I think that's the guy's name from Milwaukee Bucks, who's the GM. Tim Connelly, out of Baltimore, Maryland. I think with the Fordham Catholic University. All that might be down there in that area. You know, Baltimore is technically the South. They get mad when I say that, but it's technically South, south of the Mason-Dixon line, so it's technically the South. But probably that's why they talk with an accent like that. But he had some things to do with the Hornets organization, the Wizards. He was the president of basketball operations when they drafted Jokic, I believe, in Denver. They had Jokic, Nurkic. They had a bunch of talent through Denver, man. A bunch of talent come through there. It was just about making it work. Monty Morris, he's former Piston, Flint native, Mr. Basketball at Michigan. I think he probably, because he just stopped doing that job in 2022. So he left and they won a title with a team he basically built. That's crazy. They won the title, 2022, 2023. So had he stayed, he would have got a title. That's wild. But he left the position for the same position with Minnesota. If I read that right, I think it's 5 years, 4 years. What is it? 5 years, $8 million a year, $40 million. So maybe I got my numbers wrong as far as that. And maybe he just had an opt-out in the contract. But, for the most part, I believe he was in Denver for a minute. Yeah, I don't know where the math ain't mathing, because he just left Denver in 2022. They said he signed a 5-year deal for $8 million a year, and he opted out the final year of the deal. Long story short, he can opt out. So I don't know, because if he signed a 5-year deal in 2020, this is second year in Minnesota. It's not a 5-year deal then. So I don't know where the information is what it is. I don't know. But the long story short, Pistons turned their eye to him. They say they might have to double his salary for him to leave Minnesota to come to Detroit. I mean, especially you got Anthony Edwards. I don't know if he was part of that Rudy Gobert trade, which I still don't make sense to me. So I don't know if he want to leave that situation. I mean, Minnesota cold as hell. Detroit ain't nowhere near as cold as Minnesota, but I mean, that's what they turned their eye to. So they basically said $15 million might be enough to get them out of Minnesota. So I mean, Tom Ward's got money to blow. Is that song about Young Money? I got money and I blow. So he came out again, about a day or two ago, that he had the authority to fire everybody he wanted to fire, front office and coaching staff. So they didn't get a top 3 pick. I don't think it mattered, to be honest. I figured that they'd get the number 1 pick in the year you don't want the number 1 pick. So it really don't matter about the pick, to be honest. Everybody trying to trade they pick this year, which you're not going to be able to trade. You're going to hear Pistons fans, trade the pick. Trade it for what? Nothing? You know what I'm saying? What you going to trade it for? You hear people saying, well, you guys wasn't saying that the lottery was rigged when you got the pick, you got the number 1 overall pick a couple years ago. Yeah, we was. We was shocked that we got the number 1 pick. We had never gotten it before. And the one time we came close, number 2, outside of Grant, what was Grant, 3rd or 4th pick? Outside of the chance, the one we got at number 2 to the Darko, that was Orlando pick. That wasn't even originally our pick. So that's funny to me, bro. That people say, "Oh man, you guys, like, bro, we got Kate Cunningham. We didn't get Victor Wembanyama or Anthony Edwards." You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. But I mean, if it's the guy, it's the guy. I mean, lucky had something to do with Jokic, Nurkic. I think Aaron Gordon constructed that team. I mean, in Minnesota, he really ain't done much. This Rudy Gobert's second year being here, so maybe he was part of that Gobert deal. I didn't like that deal. That enabled Karl Anthony Towns to be more of a wing instead of embracing being a center and putting his shoulder down and going to get a bucket. So if they was gonna do something like that, get a guy like Gobert, you supposed to get a Jimmy Butler. He was already there and he forced his way out of there, so we forgot that. Somebody that's gonna help you. I don't know the players like I used to know them, but somebody more modern. But if that's the guy they figure they can put in play. I mean, had a good job with the Finch coach. I know he had bust his knee up and all that, and they got an interim coach in there. So, I mean, if this the guy, this the guy. A lot of people say they should go get Isaiah. Isaiah made some workplace mistakes. So, people throwing Jalen Rose. And just because you on TV and you speak about basketball, the executive role is totally different than, what we believe it to be. We've seen plenty of guys on TV talk it, but when it came time to walk it, they wasn't able to. John Gruden won with somebody else's team. He had the quarterback show on ESPN, trash in real life. Mike Mayock talked it on NFL Network, trash with John Gruden with the Raiders. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we can go on and on again. Trash with the Jets, Mike Tannenbaum, trash on fucking TV. He's a fucking idiot. Like, how did he get that job with the Jets? He must have been married to the owner's daughter or something like that. Trash. A lot of these guys sound like they know what they talking about on TV. Love Herm Edwards, went to Arizona State. Trash. And that just proves my point about older coaches. It's over with. This younger generation, they don't understand where a guy like Herm Edwards or Jim Mora, a Lloyd Carr in Michigan, or a Nick Saban, they really don't resonate with them no more. You know what I'm saying? They more, what's the kid guy, Mike McDonald down there in Miami. Raheem Morris out there in Atlanta. They want more of those guys. You have to, and we seen that with Matt Patricia and Detroit Lions. You have to be able to be socially versatile to deal with these guys. You got to be able to sympathize with them. You got to know, push what button. These dudes are, a lot of them are, they new generation to be nice. You know what I'm saying? So when you're trying to get your point across, yelling, screaming, being hardcore like in the military back in the day, it's a wrap. The military even changed their approach. It's a life or death situation, and they being more nicer to their soldiers or their potential soldiers than anybody else. So you kind of gotta remember that. So, but if Tim Connelly's the guy, I wish him nothing but success. The Pistons got a lot going for him. But they got the big thing going against them. This is the organization is in shambles and it has no structure and there's too many chefs in the kitchen. What they got going for them, if you haven't watched some of my videos, they got a bunch of money, they got assets, they got talent, they can trade and make work. It's just, to me, it's just everybody going that way. The coaching staff going this way, the front office going that way because they was forced together. There's leadership going that way. Everybody need to be pulling in the same direction. We don't need to be pulling 3 or 4 different ways. The players pulling this way, coaching staff pulling this way, GMs pulling this way, leadership pulling that way. We ain't gonna get nowhere. Hey, but check out Detroit Pistons Talk playlist. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. The subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance to get notifications. We go live or drop video. Financially, want to support the channel, Cash App, $CJ Good 313, Venmo CJ Good 313, PayPal link in the description. Check out Detroit Pistons Talk playlist for more videos like this. Peace.